عصيتك ربي فأمهلتني وتسترني رغم أني عنيد لأنك ربي غفور ودود رحيم بكل الورى والعبيد رحيم بكل الورى والعبيد.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Baba Salam. If you have been following me on gsalam.net, Al-Bushra by Gsalam, tvq.academy, you probably might have known that sometime in 2018, I recorded the entire Quran. And in order to do that, I did build what I called the cave, a vocal booth, in order to be able to record the Quran. After recording the Quran, I also did record some dawah content, which include morning and evening adhkar, which include ruqyah, and which include some episodes from the series of Moments of Quietness, which is on Al-Bushra by Gsalam channel, which you can check out. Because I used a very limited space in the living hall here, or in the living room here, to build that cave, I needed to tear it out. After tearing it out, I still needed something that I will have to use as a vocal booth, no matter how economic it is, so that I will be able to continue producing voiceover for our content, basically. So I have watched a few, in fact, a lot of videos, DIY videos on vocal booth. And after considering my financial constraint, I have decided to DIY something that you see in the background, and I'm going to share with you comparison of the quality of the audio I recorded before, during, and after, so that hopefully it will inspire some of you who are into digital dawah content, because I believe, and I know you know, that the quality of the audio for video is 50% of the whole thing. If in any project that is the case, I believe in dawah, it is even more important than that. Therefore, we should be ensuring that the quality of the audio of our content as dawah creators is very important. Of course, in addition to the quality of the video. Now, why am I doing this? Or why should you also do something like this? I believe if you create dawah content, then you definitely use video and you also use audio. Unless you use the traditional way, that's a different thing altogether. Even with the traditional way, you still have to use good audio to send your message. So if you are using digital means, that means you will have to learn from others how they get things done, how they get things appealing, and how they get things inspiring. Sadly, you hardly come across Muslim content creators who make how to use this stuff for digital dawah creators or digital dawah content creators like yourself and myself. Without music, without unpleasant images, without unpleasant scenes as a Muslim dawah content creator to see or to hear. And the few Muslims who do this kind of thing, they do it, the way they do it is not different from how others are doing it. That's why I decided to do something like this from time to time. So if you find this type of video appealing to you, do let me know, and it will be better if you can specify what exactly you will want, audio-wise, video-wise, probably content-wise, so that we can share what we have for the benefit of others as well. The comparison of the quality of the audio I'm going to share with you is basically to realize the significance of our recording space, our recording environment, regardless of what microphone one uses. Now, talking about microphones, regardless whether you are connecting your microphone directly to your computer or you are connecting your microphone through an external recorder, like I'm doing in that comparison, or you are connecting through an audio interface, microphones are basically of two types: a dynamic mic as well as a condenser mic. A dynamic mic will require less of acoustic treatment. Although if you have a treated space, it will sound much better. A condenser mic will capture everything. It will give you a very colorful sound, a very colorful audio. Therefore, whatever your space is, that's what is going to capture for you. So if you have an untreated space, then it will capture everything. Probably you can hear the fan, probably. If any of my neighbors is passing by, banging their door, you probably might hear it if you are using headphones. This is the problem of a condenser mic. So the microphone I'm going to use in the comparison is Rode Video Mic Pro Plus, connected to Zoom HN1 recorder, external recorder. This is the entry level of recorders you can get at a very cheap and affordable price, but it will give you a very good quality sound if you record externally to it. You can also use it as a direct recorder as well. All right. The setup I'm going to share with you is not necessarily what I'm going to use in my future project. Although I'm using it currently on my A Moment Please series on Al-Bushra by G-Salam, you may want to check them up and hopefully you find it beneficial. You may want to get much cheaper setup of audio recorder as well as a mic. Even you can use your phone to do that. You may also want to go for the same thing. You may also want to go for something much expensive. But what is more important here is how you treat your space in order to get a good quality of audio. Now, who is this type of vocal booth for? Actually, I basically bought a wardrobe, a closet if you may, and instead of putting clothes, because this is what people will use, they will put their clothes or they use their existing wardrobe, which they still hang their clothes in there and go and jump inside it and make their audio recording. I choose not to do it that way. I choose to get a new wardrobe closet and mount it up, treat it with the foams, acoustic foams you can see in the video, and that is what we are going to get. Now, who is this type of booth for? Usually broadcasters, radio stations have vocal booth, all right? Voice-over artists have to use vocal booth. In fact, some are very expensive in order to get super professional, if you may. And here, if you do dawah, voice-over for dawah content, I think you will also need something like this. It can be, you don't have to do the same thing, but seek inspiration from this and we can complete one another, inshallah ta'ala. So if you create dawah content using voiceover, instead of using direct camera recording like this, and you want your audience to get quality sound or audio from what you do, then this type of setup, DIY, is for you. It is not expensive, it's very cheap, very affordable, but definitely you will still have to fork out something because you want to do something for a noble cause. What if I do not do this kind of vocal booth? Of course, you can record wherever you are. However, if you have a very properly set up space or treated space, this is called treated space. When you do this kind of things, it's called treated space. If you have a treated space, no matter how cheap your recording device, your microphone, or even your recorder, no matter how cheap it is, you will still get a decent audio. But if you have expensive microphone, expensive recorders, branded ones, and you are in a noisy place or untreated space, you can only produce a very crappy kind of audio for your audience. Therefore, which one do you choose? You want to get a decent quality of audio for your audience, or you want to get just any what will do? I will definitely recommend that you go for something decent or better, because Inna Allah yuhibbu idha amila ahadukum amalan an yutqinahu. Allah wants, if one of us wants to do something, he does it with perfection. Let's do it to the best of what we want. Let's do it to the best of what we believe will please Allah more. If we are to do it for a client, a human client, we cannot settle for something cheaper. What more if we want to do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The more effort you put in, the more of your soul, your heart you put in, the more quality, high quality you work for based on your budget, the higher and the more the reward you can qualify yourself for in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now I'm going to leave you with the comparisons. There is a before audio which was recorded on this desk, and then during when I set up the booth before putting the foam, did another recording, that's the during, and then after everything was over, I recorded another one. I will play all alongside one after another for you to hear and tell me which one is better, and you tell me what you think after it. Please let me know in the comments area. Before that, make sure you use your headphone. All right?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. In a hadith reported by Imam Muslim from the narration of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best among you is the one who learns the Quran, practices it, and also teaches it to others. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. In a hadith reported by Imam Muslim from the narration of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it to others. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. In a hadith reported by Imam Muslim from the narration of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it to others. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. In a hadith reported by Imam Muslim from the narration of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best among you is the one who learns the Quran, practices it, and also teaches it to others. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. In a hadith reported by Imam Muslim from the narration of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan, the Prophet ﷺ says, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it to others. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. In a hadith reported by Imam Muslim from the narration of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan, the Prophet ﷺ says, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it to others. Personally, after going through all the three different recordings, I prefer the last one, the one that was recorded after the booth was up and after the foam was set up inside. Although it's a little bit boomy inside, I believe it is due to the mic, this Rode Video Micro Video Pro, what they call it, is high in the lower end. It captures boomy sounds. Different mic may give you more pleasant, and some people may prefer this because it is boomy. So, but I prefer the third one definitely over the first one and the second one. If you use your headphones, you will definitely appreciate it better. Now we have come to the end of this video. Do let me know if you want me to create more of this type of video on this channel, which focuses on or targets digital da'wah content creators who care about the quality of their video, who care about the quality of the audio they hear or their audience will hear, and who also care about the ethics of how they get their information. I will prefer, personally, a Muslim dawah content creator who will give me clean dawah without music, without things that will, instead of doing dawah, I end up falling in so many things in the name of dawah. This is what I would prefer. If you prefer the same and you think we should help one another, do let me know what you think I should be creating next. If you want to see how I set up that mic together with the recorder and also the phone, do let me know. If you think I should share how to get nicer video for our content, do let me know. Or if you have other suggestions, what I can do to improve as well, why not? Please do let me know. And together, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Who is better in what he says than the one who calls to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and carries out righteous deeds and says, I am one of the Muslims. Until our next, Assalamu alaikum. أتيتك يا خالقي باكيا ودمع الأسى كل حين يزيد فقد قلت في الآي لا تقنطوا وإن تعف عني فذا يوم عيد وإن تعف عني فذا يوم عيد.